I enjoyed that story. How about you? Who were the characters in this story? Right, Amos McGee and all of the animals at the zoo. And what is the setting of the story? Remember, the setting is, where does the story take place? Where does the story take place? It starts off first, where? At Amos McGee's house, right? And then, where's the second setting? Where's the second place the story takes place? At the zoo, right? Those are the two places, either at Amos McGee's house or at the zoo. Good job. Who does Amos McGee consider to be his friends? When he says he's going to go visit with his friends, who are his friends? The animals, right? The animals at the zoo. And what are some things that Amos McGee does with his friends at the zoo? What does he do with the elephant? Right, he plays chess. And how about the penguin? What does he do with the penguin? Right, the penguin was shy, wasn't he? So he just sat quietly, just kept the penguin company. How about the tortoise? What did he do with the tortoise? He had races? What about the rhinoceros? He had a runny nose, and he would give him a handkerchief, a cloth Kleenex, to wipe his nose. What was the other animal in the story? It was an owl, right? And the owl was afraid of the dark, which is kind of silly, isn't it? Owls are awake at night. They're nocturnal. But he was afraid of the dark, so what would Amos do? Read him a story. Right. So what was the problem in the story? What's something that happened that was a problem? Right. Amos got up and he wasn't feeling very well, right? He had a cold, said his nose was running and he was sneezing and he was very chilly. So he was going to stay home. He wasn't going to go see his friends. And how did his friends feel at the zoo? Yeah, they were sad. They were a little lonely, weren't they? They were missing Amos. So they were good friends. What did they do? They got on the bus and they went to visit Amos. And when they were at Amos's house, they did all the things with him that he usually does with them at the zoo. I think that's a nice story about friendship, isn't it? About doing for other people, about taking care of your friends. I thought that was a good story. I'm glad you did too, and I'm glad you remembered all the details of the story. Good job.